Hi, I'm Travis from Make Digital Music Now, and welcome to a quick video tutorial that will show you how to control an instrument in Propellerhead Reason using MIDI data from Ableton Live. In our last video, we showed how to connect Ableton Live and Propellerhead Reason using the Rewire protocol. As a quick recap, that's as simple as opening Live first and Reason second. If you do that, you'll see that Reason is running in Rewire slave mode, which means that it's receiving its MIDI data and audio data and transport control all from Ableton. So if I start the transport, the drum machine starts playing. As another reminder, you should have an audio track in Ableton where the audio from field is set to Reason and the channel input is set to mix 1 and 2, which is the default output from Reason. If you're monitoring in on this track, you should hear the data that comes from Reason being played in your Ableton set, like you hear it here. Okay, cool. But what if we wanted to control a Reason instrument with Ableton MIDI data? So first I create my Reason instrument. I'm going to create a subtractor using the bass guitar default patch. Then in Ableton here, we create a MIDI track and set its MIDI to its output to Reason and bass guitar. Then we turn monitoring on here as well, so that as I play notes on my MIDI keyboard, you can hear the MIDI data being monitored and being echoed directly to the Reason instrument, and the audio returning on track 1. So if I arm this track for recording, not the best bass line in the world, but it'll do for this example. You see that I've actually created some MIDI data in Ableton. And when I switch to auto so that the clip plays instead of monitoring the input, I hear the MIDI data that I recorded. So that works for basic MIDI data. But what if I wanted to control some of the parameters of the subtractor? Well, luckily, Ableton and Reason are pretty smart and they make it pretty easy to do this. What I do is, while I'm in the clip view here, I select the envelopes, and from the envelopes menu, I use MIDI control, and from this menu, I select filter frequency. Notice that all of the names of the parameters in the subtractor are already shown here, so you don't have to go looking in the manual for what is channel 72. Is channel 72 filter frequency? I'm not sure. That's already done for you, which is awesome. Then I can go to the pencil tool and start modifying the filter frequencies. And if I play it back, you can hear the effect that modifying the filter frequency has had on the clip. So it's just that easy. So that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial from Make Digital Music Now. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below the video, and I'll see you next time.